guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Roxlee, and I'm back with another tea time for you guys. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Also make sure you're hitting that bell so you don't miss any notifications of when I upload new videos. So today, a lot of you guys hit me up in my DMs asking about the second half of this story and what happened the second time. So I'm here to give you what you want to hear. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Before we do so, make sure you grab your tea, make sure you grab your coffee or whatever it is that you need, because this one's pretty interesting as well. I know. Judge me all you want, but after the first scenario that happened, there was one more situation that happened. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I wasn't fully trusting after that situation happened. Now, I'm not gonna say like we were really like together, because I had some really serious trust issues at that point. I mean, I'm not gonna say like we weren't together. Okay, so we were together, and I was just trying to test the waters to see like if this was something like a one-time thing or whatever, but something in me told me that, you know, I shouldn't trust it. Now, he started driving from Orlando to Tampa like every single day, you know, to kind of like prove to me that he wasn't doing nothing or whatever. Now, even though he did that, he would come over really late, okay? And that just wasn't sitting well with me either. It's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, what's going on that has you coming over here mad late, especially after everything that just happened? And mind you guys, this was like a month apart, like for the situations that happened. So that situation happened, we didn't speak for like a week or two, and then 2 weeks later he was trying to, you know, still come around and prove to me that, you know, he wasn't doing nothing crazy. All right, well, I still didn't trust it. And y'all, let me tell you guys how I felt with Okie Doke. So he told me this story about, or he told me that he had cancer, or like something along the lines of him having cancer. So of course I felt bad, and that he was having a really rough time in life and like, you know, living situations. There was just a lot of things that were going on. So I'm like, I fell for it, you know, because he was a smoker and all of that. So when he told me he had cancer, I'm thinking, wow, okay. So like I said, I still wasn't fully trusting, but I still allowed him to, you know, come over and stuff like that. So this particular night, I had a gut feeling. Y'all know, I always have my gut feelings, right? So I had a gut feeling once again, you know, when he was on his way to my house. And when I called him, because he said he was on the way, but it took him like 2 to 3 hours to get to me. Mind you, I told y'all from Tampa to Orlando, it was only like an hour and some change, depending on where you lived in Orlando. It's not gonna take you no 2 to 3 hours. So I feel like he just kept doing stuff and like procrastinating. He said he ran out of gas at one point, and it was just a lot of stuff going on basically. And I kind of felt like he really didn't want to come that night, and he was trying to make excuses not to be there, but he was still coming or whatever. So he gets there mad late. When he gets there, you know, he goes to shower or whatever, and I told him like, you know, you can sleep in the bed and I'll just sleep on the couch or whatever. I know that's like backwards, right? But back then I used to love sleeping on my couch. Like that was like my favorite place to sleep. Like my bed, I barely slept in my bed, to be honest with you guys. Like maybe like 2 to 3 times every 4 months. Like literally I was not sleeping in my bed. So I told him it's fine, he can take the bed, like I'm just gonna sleep on the couch and watch TV or whatever. So he goes to shower, and when he gets out of the shower, I hear his phone ringing and he answers it. So I'm just laying there, I'm like, you know what, don't even worry about it, like just ignore it. Like this is crazy, right? But something in my gut told me, girl, get up and go see what he doing. Because like I heard him pick up the phone, but it was really quiet. Like it's not like he was whispering.
That's suspicious.
So, you know, I was like, okay, no, not this again, right? So I go in there and he quick hang up, and I was like, who was that? Oh, that's such and such. I was like, okay, so why don't you answer the phone? Oh, that's just his girl trying to figure out if he's with me. I'm like, okay, well, pick up the phone and tell her that he's not with you. Like, she's obviously calling for her mans, and she needs to know where her mans is at, so pick up the phone, right? So he's like, nah, man, just chill, just chill. She keeps calling you for a reason, so pick up the phone. So he don't want to pick up the phone. Guys, I got so upset. Like, I went to grab his phone, and of course he's trying to like hide it, and you know, this, that, and the third, and some pushing. There was some pushing going on and stuff like that, and you know, he just got out the shower. So he said I scratched him. Well, I did scratch him up or whatever. And I'm like, not this again. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I know for a fact you didn't just wait like a month from that initial situation to have another situation going on. Like, I thought it would have been the same girl or something, right? So he don't want to answer the phone, so we fighting for the phone, guys, like for a good little minute. It goes all the way into the kitchen, because this was in the room, so this goes into the kitchen. And when the phone fell, so when the phone fell, the battery popped out of it or whatever. So he left, like he went to the room like, all right, like, you don't know the password, whatever. Lies, I did know the password. Well, I saw him put the password in a few days prior, but I didn't think that he was going to keep that password. I thought he was going to change it, because he always changes it up, right? So that's another clue to that, you know, your man's is doing some stuff. So I'm like, all right, so hopefully I got the password, right? So I take, you guys, I'm so crazy for this, like, don't judge me, but I literally was in some, what did I have on? Actually, I lied. I had on a bra. I had on a bra and underwear, guys. I didn't have nothing else on me, right? So I took one of the blankets that was on the couch, and I took my car keys, and I took his phone and the battery, and I ran downstairs to my car. I know. I was desperate to find out who was calling and what was going on, because I knew at this point, like, this was going to be the last straw for me. This was going to be it. Like, there's no way there's no way, right? So I get in the car, and I put the battery in, and he came running down the stairs, like, beating on my car. He's like, yo, like, open up the door, open up the door. He's like, oh, I'm gonna break all your stuff. I'm like, break all my stuff in my apartment, everything that I work hard for, everything I put in my blood. You gonna do what? I was like, okay, I wish you would. Like, we about to be bumping today. Like, we gonna be bumping today, right? So I put the password in, and he looking at me through the window. He's like, how you know my password or whatever? Boy, bye. So called a number back. Ring, ring, ring. Girl picks up the phone. She was like, hello? I said, hello? And I said, were you calling such and such? Like, this is his girlfriend. She was like, girlfriend? I was like, that's all I need to know. We don't need to go further. I don't need to know who you are. I could already tell this is a different female by the voice and everything. I was like, oh, that's all I need to know. You've told me enough, right? So I hang up. I was like, it's dead. Like, I wasn't even interested in finding out when did they meet, or when did they start talking, or like, who is she? I wasn't interested in finding out any of that. I should have went through the text messages, but I didn't even go through the text messages, guys. Like, I didn't even bother. Like, at that point, I already knew what I needed to know. So I was like, you know what? All right, it's a done deal. So go upstairs, give him the phone. I'm like, you know what? Like, we're done. Like, it's a wrap. You out here talking to other females. Like, at this point, this lets me know that you just have a problem. Like, this just lets me know that, like, you just love women. And look, if that's what you like to do, like, if that's you, then that's you. Like, you don't have to deal with me. And that's it. That's my whole thing. Like, you don't have to deal with me. If this is what you want to do that. I don't think you're a horrible person or any of that jazz, but you're just not somebody who should be in a relationship. Point blank, period. And this is not something that I'm just going to forgive. This is not something that I'm just going to get over, like, ever. You know what I mean? And for him, I guess he found it hard to believe, like, oh, you just gonna leave me. And like, okay, we were only together for like 4 months. This relationship was 4 months, guys. 4 months, and all this happened in 4 months. And I'm just like, yeah, like there was nothing, like, yeah, we had, you know, great chemistry, whatever, but I'm not, you know, we're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna play this game with you. Been there, done that, I'm not gonna do it again, basically. And I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. So by this time he's saying all these crazy things like, oh, it was fun while it lasted, and he was saying some like disrespectful stuff, and I'm just like, you just need to go, you know, like you don't need to be all disrespectful, like you just need to go. I'm done. It's a done deal, right? So after he leaves in the morning. That was like a whole nother thing. But anyways, once that happened, that was basically it for the relationship. That was it. It was 4 months. There was a lot of drama in the 4 months, and yeah, that was it. That was the end of the relationship for me. I was like, there's no way I'm going to allow somebody to treat me like this. There's no way I'm just going to stay while a person treats me like this. You've already showed me who you are twice. That was my fault for staying the second time and believing that you had cancer and all this crazy stuff. Like, that was my fault. That was on me. And playing this thing up, that was on me, and I shouldn't have believed that. I was very naive, I guess I should say. But like I kind of felt like it wasn't true, but I kind of felt like it was, because he just seemed like he made it seem so believable, you know what I mean? So that was it, guys. That was a crazy little chapter in my life. Like I said, it lasted all of 4 months, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say like I regret it, because at the end of the day, it taught me a lesson. It taught me what not to accept in a relationship. It taught me that after that situation that happened, like, I'm never ever going to be with anyone that just gives me red flags from the very beginning. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you guys like it was all peaches and cream in the beginning, because he definitely gave me some red flags. There was some definitely, you know, signs and stuff that I shouldn't have kept fooling with this man from the beginning. Like, he would do little sneaky stuff, and I just never had proof. And I guess I'm the type of person that needs like solid proof, or needs to see what's happening before I actually just end the situation. So yeah, that was it. After that, it was a done deal for me. A few months later, I met my husband Lee. But yeah, guys, that's really it. If you guys want to know more details, or if you want to hear other crazy story times, not with this person, but you know, I have some stories for you guys. I have some stories for you guys, okay? And yeah, I just want to be real transparent with you guys and keep it real. I'm not gonna act like, you know, like stuff has always just been easy for me. Like, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to just keep it 100 with you guys, and hopefully telling my story helps somebody else. Okay, so you can go through it with a dude all day every day, but it's always somebody out here that's better. It's always somebody out here that will treat you better. It's always somebody out here that will love you better. Everything that you're asking for is not too much. All right, it's not too much at all, because when the right man comes into your life, he is going to treat you like a queen. He's going to give you everything you've ever wanted. There's going to be no like red flags or signs that you should, you know, or you won't second guess it. You'll know. So when that person comes into your life, you'll know. And don't like pass somebody by that seems like a good person. Like, I know like a lot of times, and I know I was like this, like if it was too good to be true, or if the person seemed like there was just a good guy, like I didn't really want to pursue that. But don't pass up on, you know, those type of guys, because there's some really good men out there. All right, but yeah, that is really all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed that story time, and definitely let me know if you want to see more. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.